I've got a great story for you. It's called The Stardust Compass. Lily, Louie, and Felipe stumbled upon a secret, a place hidden behind a curtain of ivy in Lily's backyard. It was a secret garden, filled with flowers of every color imaginable, from sunshine yellow to twilight purple. Butterflies fluttered, dancing in the gentle breeze, and the air smelled of sweet nectar and earth. In the center of this magical place stood an old, wooden chest. Wow, Lily breathed, her eyes wide with wonder as she gazed at the flowers. She reached out, gently touching a velvety red rose. Louie said, circling the chest. A locked chest. A mystery to be solved. He tugged at the handle, but it wouldn't budge. Felipe, already eager to explore, ran around the garden, his feet hardly touching the ground. This place is amazing. Imagine all the things we could discover. Suddenly, a flash of deep sky blue zipped past them. It was Rocket Pop, a zooming space pod with a bright, curious gleam. Greetings, Earthlings! Rocket Pop chirped, its pink lights flashing excitedly. I sense adventure! From beneath a bush, a Dodger blue, squishy form emerged. It was Wobble, the jelly octopus, its body shimmering. Giggles ahead, Wobble declared, leaving a trail of giggles wherever it went. Then, with a whoop, Dizzy the flying donut, also Dodger blue, spun into view, scattering colorful confetti. Let the fun begin, Dizzy exclaimed. Rocket Pop, Wobble, and Dizzy knew of the chest and its secrets. The chest holds a stardust compass. Rocket Pop announced. It guides you to the treasure of kindness. Louie, intrigued, examined the chest again. If we want to open this chest, we have to find the key. It must be here. Lily noticed something sparkling near a bed of sunflowers. Look, she exclaimed, pointing. Is that a map? Indeed, tucked beneath the sunflowers was a map made of shimmering, star-like paper. Louie carefully opened it, and immediately his eyes lit up. This is amazing! The map shows the way to a hidden place in Brazil. Brazil? Felipe's eyes sparkled. That's where my family is from. He bounced on the balls of his feet, already envisioning the journey. We must go! Rocket Pop, with its super speed, zoomed ahead to lead the way, leaving a trail of stardust. Wobble, cheerful as ever, began to lead, leaving a trail of giggles that made the ground bounce with laughter. Dizzy spun in the air, sprinkling confetti as a marker of their path. Their journey was full of wonder. They passed a maze of giant sunflowers, their faces turned towards the sun, where the path was hidden. Rocket Pop used its speed to find the correct way, and Dizzy Sprinkles helped to guide the group. Next, they came to a river made of sparkling, giggling water, which the friends had to find a way across. We need to work together, Louie suggested, putting his thinking cap on. Wobble, using its flexibility, formed a squishy bridge across the river. Dizzy, spinning over the water, dropped sprinkles that changed colors with the tune of the gurgling water, creating a rainbow bridge. Finally, Rocket Pop, zooming above, carried the group safely to the other side. Suddenly, a shadow loomed over them. A dark cloud seemed to gather in the distance, but it wasn't a storm. It was the grumpy garden gnome, his face as green as moss and his eyes as beady as berries. Get away from my treasure, he grumbled, stomping his tiny feet. He wanted the treasure for himself. The treasure belongs to everyone, Felipe shouted, his eyes blazing with determination. We must stop him, Lily said, showing her courage. The chase was on. Rocket Pop zoomed ahead, the garden gnome hot on their heels. Wobble left a trail of giggles to slow him down, making the gnome trip and wobble. Dizzy spun around the gnome, sprinkling confetti to confuse him. Felipe, recalling a soccer move he learned in Brazil, tricked the gnome with a swift kick. Goal. He yelled as the gnome stumbled and fell. Finally, they reached the end of the map's directions. The chest! But the gnome tried to grab it again, but Louie got there first and opened the chest. Inside, they found not gold or jewels, but a collection of beautifully illustrated Brazilian folktales. These stories, filled with tales of bravery, kindness, and cultural traditions, were the real treasure. The gnome, seeing the tales, began to understand. He realized that sharing the stories was far more precious than keeping them for himself. A smile slowly spread across his face. "Perhaps," he said, his voice a little less grumpy, "we could share them together?" And so, they all gathered in the secret garden. They sat under the stars, the flowers glowing softly in the moonlight. Lily read a story about a brave princess. Louis told a tale of a clever detective, and Felipe shared a story about a soccer-playing hero from Brazil. Rocket Pop, Wobble, and Dizzy added their own flair, with the confetti sprinkles adding colorful illustrations to the folk tales. The garden gnome, once so grumpy, found himself laughing and smiling. The real treasure wasn't a thing. It was the stories they shared and the friendship they built, all while celebrating a part of Felipe's heritage. As the night went on, the children and their friends understood that the greatest treasure of all was the joy of friendship, the adventure of discovery, and the beauty of sharing stories from around the world, showing each other kindness. Let's see what a great listener you are. Can you answer the following question? How did the friends work together to cross the river of giggling water? Let's see how you did. The answer is Wobble formed a bridge, Dizzy sprinkled confetti, and Rocket Pop helped carry them over. You did a great job. I really enjoyed reading this story to you today. I hope you had fun too.